The relationship between the mainstream media, scientists, and Christians has been a topic of discussion in recent years. Some argue that the mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians, promoting a narrative that is contrary to their beliefs. While this may seem like a conspiracy theory, there are some valid points to consider. The mainstream media has been known to report on scientific findings in a way that is biased or misleading, often to advance a particular agenda. One of the primary areas where this is evident is in the reporting on climate change. Many Christians believe that climate change is not a significant issue or that it is not caused by human activities. However, the scientific consensus is clear: human-induced climate change is real, and it poses a significant threat to the planet. The mainstream media, in an effort to promote a particular narrative, often reports on climate change in a way that is alarmist or sensationalized. This can be misleading, as it creates a false narrative that Christians are anti-science or that they are in denial about the reality of climate change. Another area where the mainstream media is accused of working with scientists to lie to Christians is in reporting on evolution. Many Christians believe in creationism, the idea that the universe and all living things were created by God. However, the scientific consensus is clear: evolution is the process by which all living things have developed over time through natural selection. The mainstream media often reports on evolution in a way that is mocking or dismissive of Christian beliefs, creating a false narrative that Christians are anti-science or that they are in denial about the reality of evolution. The motivation behind this alleged conspiracy is not entirely clear. Some argue that the mainstream media is working to promote a secular or atheistic worldview, one that is in opposition to Christian values. Others argue that the media is simply trying to attract viewers or readers, and that sensationalized reporting on scientific topics is a way to do so. Regardless of the motivation, the effect is the same: Christians are often left feeling marginalized or excluded from scientific discussions. It is also worth noting that scientists themselves are not always complicit in this alleged conspiracy. Many scientists are Christians, and they see no conflict between their faith and their scientific work. In fact, many scientists argue that their faith informs their work, and that it gives them a sense of purpose and meaning. The idea that scientists and Christians are inherently at odds is a false narrative, one that is promoted by the mainstream media. In recent years, there has been a growing trend of scientists and Christians working together to promote a more nuanced understanding of the relationship between science and faith. This includes initiatives such as the BioLogos Foundation, which aims to promote a Christian perspective on science and faith. It also includes efforts by scientists such as Francis Collins, a Christian geneticist who has written extensively on the topic of science and faith. In conclusion, while the idea that the mainstream media is working with scientists to lie to Christians may seem like a conspiracy theory, there are some valid points to consider. The mainstream media has been known to report on scientific findings in a way that is biased or misleading, often to advance a particular agenda. However, it is also important to note that scientists themselves are not always complicit in this alleged conspiracy, and that many are working to promote a more nuanced understanding of the relationship between science and faith. Ultimately, the key to resolving this issue is to promote greater understanding and dialogue between scientists, Christians, and the mainstream media. By working together, we can create a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the complex issues at play.